Hey everyone, this is just a special thing that we're doing for Two Heads Up. As you all know, I am Pat. That's Amanda.
What?
We saw the movie Catfish, and we recommend that if you haven't checked out a review, check it out now before you watch this.
Because it has extras.
But in the DVD extras, or the Blu-ray extras, they do a thing where you're sitting down with the three guys, where you're sitting down with Nev, Rel, and Henry, and they're talking about the different things that they've done in the movie and the different...
the stuff and things.
And the stuff.
And then people. That's an extension.
So they were asked different questions, and then they asked different questions to each other about things that happened in the movie. And so I'm just going to jump right into the questions, because I want to ask some of the questions that the directors were asking each other, and so that way you guys can get a little bit to know about us, because that's something that people don't know. So have you ever wanted to live a fantasy or a different lifestyle of your own?
I'm pretty damn entertaining as I am.
But have you ever wanted to live a different fantasy or a different lifestyle other than what you have now? And if you did, what would you want it to be?
That is a good question. I'm going to have to think about that. You may have to answer first. So
Me, myself, there are a lot of things in my life that I have now that I absolutely adore and I absolutely love. I love all of my friends. I love most of my family.
I like that.
But there are better situations that I would like myself to be in. I went to culinary school. I wanted to be a chef. I wanted to have either my own restaurant at some point in time. So if I could, I would like to, do that. I would like to have my fantasy of having a restaurant, having a house, having a family, having kids. Something that I know shouldn't be happening to me at this point in my life. But that's another thing. That's her boyfriend and I are close friends, and something that I want to do, and he mentioned that he kind of expressed the same interest in, is we both like cooking. I was trained for it. He wasn't. He wants to go to culinary school before we do anything. But so that's one thing that your boyfriend would want to do, is he wants to go to culinary school.
Yeah.
That would be living a life or a fantasy that he can't have now, but that he would like to have. I would like to have. I would like to give everything to my family. Right. I'd like to have a better car than I have now. I love my car. I just got a new car, as well as Amanda did.
You're knocking the car.
Her car's name is Sadie. My car's a boy. I haven't thought of a name yet. I've thrown a couple around. Someone mentioned on my Facebook profile, Prometheus. Someone said to me, Ramrod. Yes.
Car Ramrod. Say it.
Ramrod.
Say Car Ramrod. Say it. Say it.
I'm not saying car
Say
Ramrod.
Say Car Ramrod.
Joke. What's some of the things that you maybe a fantasy you would want to live?
I don't know.
PG-rated fantasy that you would want to live, or a different lifestyle of your own.
I'm pretty happy as I am. The only thing I'd probably change is being able to afford to go to school for something creative. But the problem is, that is a fantasy forever, because there is no creative field that you can make a lucrative living at.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, right.
Computer design, drafting.
That I'd actually want to do. That doesn't feel like slave labor and horrible pains, and make you hate the job you're doing.
Computer animation, coming up with characters for...
That is all math. I've looked into this shit.
Okay.
It's math.
What about art, comic books?
I'm not that good at it.
You can color.
Not that well.
Okay.
Trust me.
But is that something that you wish you could do, though?
If I could magically wave a wand and do that, yeah, I'd do that.
But no, this is something that you would... That's something.
True, but that's not necessarily an unattainable fantasy. That's something I have to
But it's
wait
something that you don't have right now.
Oh, well
that
then,
you
I'd
want.
include that then.
You take things so literally.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
Hey, I take things so literal that I'll question, where are they plugging this amp in? There are owls playing a guitar, and I question where they're plugging the amp in the middle of the desert. Yep.
Guitar.
Do you see? And I mumbled.
She's
See, like I said, I'm pretty damn entertaining as I am.
Right. So we mentioned on Facebook briefly, or I mentioned Facebook a couple of times. Is the person you present in real life the same as the person as you present on Facebook?
Yeah, pretty much as far as I know.
I mean, one thing that the directors hit on that I thought they hit the nail on the head is when you present yourself on Facebook, you're putting one thing in front of it. You put one foot in front of another. So you're hiding one part of your life because you don't want everyone to see that part of your life. Like, there are personal things that go on in my life that I don't let everybody know about. Otherwise, I'd be a walking TV show. It'd be the Truman Show, which they talk about as well. But there are some things that I put up on Facebook that aren't necessarily something that I mean, some of the funny pictures and things that I see on Facebook, I want to share with people because I like them. But then there are some things
That's a good point.
that...
You use Facebook to put your best face out there.
But it's not necessarily my exact face. Like, there are things that I do need to keep hidden from the world because if they get out, I might go to jail.
No. I don't have anything that serious, but it's like you don't want to have that picture where your hair is all fucked up like this, or something like. Yeah, I wasn't drunk. I was totally sober.
Have you had any drink tonight, officer?
No. And all that, you know.
Gonna throw up now.
Yeah, you don't want to have that kind of stuff all over the place because you don't want it to see, because then you fall off the screen, and then nobody knows.
You know I'm not going to edit this. This is just going to go raw.
Nice.
Which is a great part.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, and you don't like, some people don't like being tagged, and there's always somebody who tags you in those pictures you hate.
Right, and there's always pictures that you're not going to put up from, last night's party, to use their example, because, well, they're horrible.
Yeah, they don't come out right, or they look stupid, and there's just some things you don't personally want to remember, so you don't want to
on
there for
on my birthday, this year we went to Mass Firearms School in Holliston. And see what I did there? Do you see what I did there? Do you see what I did there?
I see what you did there.
Okay.
I see it. There it is.
In your pants.
Not be in my pants.
I'm not in your pants.
It was too slow. I was too slow with the handshake. Not good. You're tired, I understand.
It is 1:13.
Yeah.
I've been up since 6.
Yeah. Finish the thing.
Part of my brain.
This part. This one right here.
So, that's who was murdered. They said it was a mountain lion. But they were wrong.
Getting distracted.
It's kind of cool that that's going to be in there. But yeah.
Next question, sir.
Next question. Okay. Have you had people that were either negative or negative influences in your life that turned out to be a positive person and or a positive influence? If so, who? I have someone that I will leave their name out of this in case they do stumble upon this, but this person initially created a negative or created a positive impact on my life that became negative, that I turned into a positive with my core group of friends. It was something that I was following. I was following, the little voices inside of me, in my heart, saying, hey, this could be cool, this could be fun, even though nothing would ever happen, just go for it, let them know, And it turns out that this person really didn't even see me as a friend, the way I see it in the long run, because they broke up, a couple that wound up getting back together, because they were selfish, and they did what they wanted. But it was a positive situation that turned into a negative, because it dragged me and my core group of friends down with them. Made us feel bad, made us, I can say us because I feel that you felt the same way. I mean, you want nothing to do with the person ever again.
Yeah.
Other than to laugh at their now misfortunate circumstances.
And even that is like, hey,
but
I don't usually wish ill on anybody.
Wound up, it was a learning experience for me that there are some things, your true friends are going to be true to you no matter what.
Exactly.
And then there are some people out there that they are worth getting to know, but not getting to know them all that well.
Yeah, there's just
running the hell
certain
away
things that
when you
happen
have to.
that are unforgivable.
So I'll use that as my positive, negative, positive. Next question. Would you be able to continue exploring a situation involving someone you got to know, even though everything you knew was false?
Wait, what was the first part of that?
That's only one part. Would you be able to continue exploring a situation involving someone you got to know, even though everything you knew was false?
Oh, of course, because my natural curiosity will not let me not do that. Because I'd have to want to figure out, why is everything they told me a lie?
So you would want to do it...
Unless they did something completely unforgivable.
So you would want to do it just to figure out the truth?
Yeah.
So...
Natural curiosity.
And here's the funny thing, because I can relate to that first example that I gave you on my negative influences. One of who I still consider a friend. You know which one I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
E. We'll just use the first letter. She was going through a really tough time, trying to figure out what was going on with everything, until someone finally said, "All right, listen, I'm going to sit you down and tell you everything that's going on," which was me.
Because you do the right thing. Because the other person was not going to stand up and do the right thing.
I didn't want to see this person get hurt by someone I used to consider a friend. I consider her an acquaintance now.
I don't.
Not E, but the other thing. She's an acquaintance. She's... if I see her on the street, am I going to stop and give her a hug? No. Will I say hi to be a person? Be one human being acknowledging another? Yes.
You're a bigger person than I am.
And then it's, see you later. It's like, hey, oh, hey, by the way, have a good one. Bye. You know, I can put on a very fake face at work if I have to. That's right. So as I was saying before, we got rudely cut off. I lie to some of my customers to not necessarily live the fantasy, but make them feel more at ease. But then sometimes it is to live that fantasy that I wanted. So yeah.
You're good.
So if you want to ask us any questions, feel free to either post them on Facebook or send it to us on Twitter, or leave it in the comment section in YouTube. Make sure you click the share button on the Facebook so that way you can share it to all your friends and family. Also click the like button on Facebook. Even if you don't like it, click the like button. We need it, please. We're almost begging at this point.
I'll do the pinky and the brain face.
Arf.
You can be pinky, I'll be the brain. Even though he has the brain.
You better edit that.
And she has a pinky.
Actually.
Click the subscribe button on YouTube. Click the like button on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Let us know what you think. I am Pat. That's Amanda. The voices you heard in the background were Elizabeth and Ellen.
And other psychotic folk.
So, yeah, and stay tuned because we will be sending an outtakes video coming up next. We can put that in it too if you want. But yeah, any movies that you want us to see, either coming out soon or that are out now, let us know. Also, any past movies that came out, I plan on doing Slumdog Millionaire sometime in the future because it was a really good movie. You'll do that as well. Also, when we go to Vermont in 34 days and...
change?
6 hours.
I have an app for that.
7 hours. Which will be a different time from what it is when you're seeing this, but it's from this time now. We will do video, and we will have...
candy!
We'll basically be like 2 heads up on vacation. Except it'll be more like 4 heads up on vacation. Because Elizabeth and Matthew are going with us. So, we will talk to you guys later. Have fun and enjoy.
I've had
Bye.
sugar. Sugar! Yeah.